Hey there, everybody. I am Leslie Nunnery with Teach Them Diligently, and I just wanted to come in and give you a little recap of what's been going on this season. We have had 4 events so far in 2019, and the Lord has just done great and mighty things. And I wanted to come in and give you just a little bit of an update. I'm sitting on my yoga ball here, and I'm a little wiggly. Just a little update because I think it's really exciting to see how God is moving, what God is doing. And I hope if you haven't yet made your plans to join us for the next one or three of the next 3 events, that this will really spur you to action. We have had thousands and thousands of families who have joined us already. Honestly, we have had quite a few hiccups this season. It's been a season, as I'm talking to people, I describe it as needles. It's like the enemy knows that God is doing great things, and so he's just trying to aggravate and annoy. In Nashville, we had the privilege of sharing the facility on Saturday with about 40,000 cheerleaders and their families. That was an unexpected different type of experience, but God helped us through it, and he still showed up in great ways. Atlanta brought with it its own set of hiccups and issues. But once again, God is greater and mightier than all of these little needles and little things that Satan has tried to throw our way. And I just want to give him all the glory for that. And I just want to encourage your heart. If you're in a season of life where Satan is throwing darts at you, just remember that God is bigger. So that has nothing to do whatsoever with what I plan to talk about today, but I did want to share that because if that is where you are, take heart, my good friends. But I wanted to share just a little bit, like I said, about what God is doing. I've got 3 testimonies that I pulled. I could share with you thousands and thousands of testimonies, well, probably not thousands from this season, hundreds of testimonies from this season of what God is doing. But I wanted to share just 3 because I think these encapsulate what families are walking away with. You're going to find that we talk a lot about the fact that Teach Them Diligently isn't a normal homeschool convention in the sense of all we're doing is talking homeschooling. We believe that homeschooling as a Christian family is first and foremost a wonderful tool for discipleship. And therefore, we focus an awful lot on discipleship and your personal relationship with God as the discipler. We talk about your marriage. We talk about parenting. All of these foundational relationships that are stressed and strained as you wedge in homeschooling into the mix. So we try to give you resources and encouragement and tips and helps and refocusing to really get back on mission in those ways. So these are some testimonies that I just want to share. One gentleman wrote in, "My wife and I just attended the Nashville conference, and we left so encouraged and refreshed, not only as parents for our children and to lead them in the truth and school them for God's glory, but also as partners and a loving married couple." God has, through the years, strengthened an awful lot of couples through Teach Them Diligently, and that is one of our great joys, is just giving marriages the resources to grow and to survive some of the hard times that come along with homeschooling your children. Another one, "My husband and I just returned from Nashville, and I'd like to say thank you for being obedient to God. Thank you for these conferences. This was our 5th year, I think. Every year seems to get better. I cried in some of the sessions because God spoke to me directly through the speakers and gave me the encouragement I needed. It's more than a homeschool conference to me. It's also like being in revival services or on a marriage retreat. God's hand is definitely on what you are doing. Thank you." Honestly, it's notes like that that keep us coming back for more, even in times that are difficult or hard. Finally, I wanted to share this. "The conference was amazing. My wife and I enjoyed and benefited from every speaker we heard. We loved the venue in which the conference was held, and the vendors were helpful, and the resources we walked away with will greatly benefit our family. We originally came to assist my wife in making the choice as to whether or not we were capable of beginning the journey of homeschool parents, and walked away greatly encouraged and sure of God's leading." To really refocus and resettle and to refine you and your vision for what God is calling your family to do. That mission that God has set you forth on is truly part of the heart of what Teach Them Diligently exists to do. It's been very interesting this year that there seems to have been themes that have really kind of arisen from the different events, and every event has been a little different as the personality has really shown of the group of people that is there. One of the events, over and over and over in conversation, I heard people say, I didn't even know that I was hungry for something like this until I tasted it. And I just want to encourage you, you may think that you don't need any help with homeschooling. Your marriage is fine. You're doing great with your children. And I pray to God that you are. But sometimes you don't even know what you need until you taste it. And so I encourage you once again, make your plans. We will be in Mobile next week, Mobile, Alabama. It is a great place to come. The event has some fantastic speakers, as all of them do. The sessions, or the schedule for the sessions, is already loaded. You can see that on the website. So Mobile will be next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then later in May, we'll be in Denver, Colorado at the Gaylord of the Rockies. And then finally, we'll finish our season in Columbus, Ohio. So just make your plans. Come out and join us. Talk to your spouse. This is truly an investment that I passionately believe is one that you will be glad that you made in your family, in your homeschool, in your personal walk with God. I think that God will Teach Them Diligently in a profound way in your life. And I'm basing that just on what people have told me and what I've seen with my own eyes. God is good. He is faithful. He is on the move. And I invite you to join us there. There's a link in the description for this video. If you have questions about what we do, I would love to answer them. You can ask them in the comments below, or feel free to send me a note at leslie@teachthemdiligently.net. I would love to interact with you there. So in the meantime, I wish you well. I hope you have a fantastic Thursday. And I really, really pray that we will be able to see you and your family soon as we continue to stand in awe of what God is doing through Teach Them Diligently this season. Have a great day.